Well, good afternoon and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. It is Gateshead versus Halifax, FC Halifax here in the National League. And Gateshead will be looking to overdo a hoodoo that has ran over for nearly 2 decades, nigh on nearly 3. But can Gateshead get a win over the old foe, then can also get a little bit of retribution for that FA Trophy final. My name is David Gallis. I'm joined by Mark Carruthers. Mark, a lot has been made in recent times of the hoodoo and also as well the unfortunate run of not the best entertaining games between the two sides.
Understatement of the century, that one, isn't it? I was going through the results in the last 6 or 7, and it doesn't make for good reading. I mean, the trophy final wasn't exactly a classic, shall we say. The game at the Shea earlier in the season was a 0-0 draw, and I think was it a 0-0 draw here last season as well?
I think it was, yeah. I think we could have been playing until midnight on that game and we would not have seen the back of the net ripple. But I did see a stat online from Stephanie's GFC stats on Twitter, and I think it was, in 1985 was the last time we had a league win over Halifax, and in the cup it was either 99 or 2000, where Gateshead won at the Shea 2-0. Goals from Tony Hall and Paul Dalton was the last time we picked up a win, and that was in the FA Cup, first round proper.
Let's do some more positive stats here.
Let's hope there is. Well, on the positive, Stephen Wern is National League Player of the Month. And there's been a lot of talk about Stephen Wern, and all for the right reasons. His displays have been absolutely magnificent on and off the ball. Goals and assists, of course, take the highlight. But Mark, you could easily coast through games with what he does sometimes, but he doesn't. He covers every blade of grass.
Really hard working player. You know, sometimes attacking players can be accused of being lazy or only been interested in going one way, but you look at Werney and he's someone that will give you as a winger, or I think he might be wing back today. He's someone who will work both ways. So it's for me the Stephen Wern that joined Gateshead last season compared to the Stephen Wern that's playing at the moment. What we've got now is a far more complete player, and I think that goes down to, one, his attitude and willingness to learn, and 2, the hard work of the coaching team that were in place and the one that are now in place. So, it's really, and certain players just fit certain clubs, and I really do believe Stephen Wern fits Gateshead, and similarly, Gateshead fits Stephen Wern.
Well, I'd say a lot of work has been done at the club, obviously under the previous management, and of course the new management now that are in charge, in Rob Elliott and Louis Story. They tried to create a culture at the football club where it's not just about winning games, it's about bettering people. And as you say, players have got to come in with the right attitude, and Stephen Wern, along with a host of other players, like we've got Kieran Lofthouse that's come in as well. You can see he's enjoying himself here. I think he publicly stated that he's enjoying his football more here than he has any other time in his career, even though he's just at the early stage of his career. But that speaks volumes, Mark.
Well, I was going to say we were both at the Q&A on Thursday, but obviously I had to be as host. But listening to Rob Elliott talk about what he's trying to do behind the scenes here, talk about as you say, the culture was the word he used quite a lot, wasn't it? But the culture that he's trying to put in place. I mean, even I wanted to play for him. You know, when I was listening to it was a case, let's get out there and let's play a game now. And it was so good to hear, so refreshing to hear. He didn't duck away from any questions. He answered everything full on, head on. So you can see why the players are really enthusiastic about working under him. And we shouldn't forget as well, Louis Story and Carl Magny.
Yeah, of course. And as I say, the interim manager, as it's being labelled, I think everyone kind of forgets about that at the moment because of the job that's being done at the moment. And I think it's a case of carry on as is. Not if it's not broke, don't fix it. But it's not a case of that they've just left it the same way. A lot has been made of little tweaks that they've made in the final third. Yes, we like to play a possession football, pass and build from the back and try and make a slick move, even winning the ball in midfield or defence and try and get on the attack and catch a team on the back foot. But it's those little tweaks that he's seen and wanted to encourage the players to do, to take more risks in the final third. And it is paying off, as we said before, for the likes of Stephen Wern, Dinanga, and also the players behind them.
Well, it was interesting to hear him say that he felt as if he would be a fraud if he just stepped in and carried on as was. So he wanted to put his own stamp on this Gateshead squad. He's certainly done that. You can see there is a difference in the way they're playing. It's not a monumental change. It's not like it's anything earth-shattering. It's little tweaks, but there are changes being made and they're paying off.
They certainly are. Well, we can go through the sides now. Say that players are in the changing room at the moment here at Gateshead Stadium. They'll be out very shortly. But this is how the visitors line up. Sam Johnson is the captain, former Gateshead goalkeeper, of course. Tyler Golden, Ryan Gavlin, Adam Senior, Jamie Stott, former Gateshead midfielder Jack Hunter is in the lineup as well. Milinek Ali is on as well. Kane Thompson-Summers, Jordan Kane, Max Wright and Aaron Crossgrove. On the bench is Angelo Capello, Rob Harker, Jamie Cook, Tom Wilson and Andrew Olawarubu. We've got that right. And Gateshead, this is how they line up. Archie Mayer in goal, returns after having missed the 5-1 victory in midweek away to Rochdale. Kent Richardson, Louis Story, Mamadou Job, Kyron Lofthouse. We've got Ed Francis wears the captain's armband in the absence of the injured Greg Ollie, and we wish him all the best for coming back soon. But it does look like it's going to be a good few months layoff for him, as well as Robbie Tinkler, who's also missing. Then it's Callum Whelan, Regan Booty, Stephen Wern, Billy Chadwick gets a start as well. He scored in midweek, as did Marcus Dinanga, grabbing 2 late goals from the bench in the 5-1 win, as we mentioned before. Harrison Bond, Connor Panny, Joe Grayson, Luke Hannant and Conor McBride make up the bench. And just before we came on air, Mark, for the players available, it's a very strong squad. Match day squad,
it is. And then, you look at the lads that aren't even in the squad through injury or whatever reason. There's some out on loan that would probably be in that match day squad. You Aidan Rutledge's, people like that. You got Leroy Kasani, who's obviously down the road at South Shields on loan. And then you look at the injured ones, the Jordan Hunters, the Greg Ollies, of course, club captain, big miss. Robbie Tinkler, big miss. So there's a lot there that aren't in the squad, but it still says a lot about the club and where they're going and what they're trying to do, that they can put out a squad that's as strong as that. And you look today, if it doesn't go the way that Gateshead wanted to, you look at the bench, you look at the options, you Hannant and McBride at the top end of the pitch. If they need to try and see out the game, you've got Grayson or Panny can come on as well and play at the back. So there's a lot of options there for Rob Elliott as well.
And not only that, I mean, we talk about versatility under Mike Williamson. He's still got it here in abundance with the players that are at the club, Rob Elliott. We haven't seen Luke Hannant in a real attacking position. We know he can play that. He did for Colchester and did very well in that as well, and at Cambridge. We've also got Conor Panny, who can play in a number of positions. My personal preference for young Conor when he gets on is I like to see him out wide and left. I think he's very adaptable to that position, and we've seen a magnificent goal coming in off the left back in the last season. Joe Grayson, of course, we know what he's going to bring in defensive options, and Conor McBride can either play, midfield behind the attacker or the attacker. So there is a lot there, isn't there, for if needed?
Yeah, a heck of a lot, really, when you look at it. I mean, Panny setting off last season at left wing back was a revelation. And
he was,
and one of those where you think it's not his position. He is, I would say, arguably a midfielder, but he went out there and he made that position his own. He worked hard on the defensive side of the game. Yes, he got exposed a couple of times, but he worked on it as the season went on. It's really unfortunate that he's got this injury when he got it, because it's probably limited his involvement this season. I think he would have been given more game time. Joe Grayson's been an unbelievable sign. I mean, I've spoken here before about how highly I rate Joe. And I really do think that he's someone that
a very calm and composed defender.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the likes of Louis Story and Kenton Richardson, we know who they are, but he just seems to have that extra little bit of, I don't want to say grace on the ball, but he anticipates it very well, and he's never really caught off his feet, is he? He's on his toes, ready for it all the time.
And although, he is a centre-back, I think he's got 2 or 3 assists already.
Yeah.
Which is phenomenal, really. You look at Luke Hannon, we know what he can do. He's tried and trusted. He can play a number of positions. The wing-back, I think he can probably do a job in centre midfield as well, given his energy. And he can get up there supporting the front man. And then Conor McBride, another one, probably can play in 3 or 4 positions, has come in, scored key goals. Yes, he's had injuries at kind of unfortunate times as well, but he'll be back and wanting to build on what was an unbelievable performance and result on Tuesday at Rochdale.
He certainly will. Before the teams come out, I still want to talk about a couple more of the players in the Gateshead lineup. Rob Elliott and Louis Story made much about the midfield 3 that Gateshead have at the moment, and the movement, the passing and the vision between the 3 players in Ed Francis, Callum Whelan and Regan Booty is a sight to behold when Gateshead's on the attack, because all 3 of them can unleash hell with a flick of the ball.
Genuinely don't think, as I think it was said on Thursday night, that probably could be one of, if not the best midfield in the league. And you think that's without Greg Ollie in there.
Yeah.
Which is can you imagine going back 12 months and saying that? You would have been laughed out of town. But, Greg, just done an interview with him in there, and there'll be a piece out early next week about where he's at in terms of injury recovery and so on, and possible return dates. But if the worst comes to worst, and Greg can't play this season, or he's out for the vast majority of the season, then yes, you're concerned because he's a big player, he's captain and all that. Mm-hmm. But then you look and think, well, Francis Whelan and Booty midfield isn't a bad fallback.
It's certainly not. And then, of course, you've got the likes of Billy Chadwick, even Stephen Wern to an extent, and Conor McBride that can all play that Ollie position just behind the front man and link up play. And if not, they say that they're not strict with their regiment of formation here at Gateshead National Stadium. That they'll adapt as the game goes on, and we've seen that at Rochdale last week. So,
well, it'll be interesting to see who plays the sort of more further forward of that 3 in midfield. I think it was probably the one you wouldn't expect it to be on Tuesday. I think it was Callum Whelan getting forward and supporting more, and Regan Booty and Ed Francis sort of more in the sitting role, or trying to hold the middle of the park. So it's really it's going to be interesting one to keep an eye on today. I mean, Wheeler with I think his first goal for the club, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. And so, what a way to do it. The TV cameras are here, Gateshead live on TNT Sport. Listen to us and watch it if you've got it. But the players are coming out. Halifax in a grey and light grey strip. Gateshead in Patrick black and white strip, of course. Being led out by Ed Francis. This is how Gateshead line up this afternoon. Archie Mayer in goal, Kenton Richardson, Louis Story, Mamadou Job, Kyron Lofthouse, Captain Ed Francis, Callum Whelan, Regan Booty, Stephen Wern, Billy Chadwick and Marcus Denanga. On the benches, Harrison Bond, Connor Panny, Joe Grayson, Luke Hannant and Conor McBride. For the visitors, Sam Johnson is the captain, former Gateshead goalkeeper, of course. Tyler Golden, Ryan Gavlin, Adam Senior, Jamie Stott, Jack Hunter, Melinek Ali, Kane Thompson-Summers, Jordan Keane, Max Wright and Aaron Crossgrove. On the benches, Angelo Capello, Rob Harker, Jamie Cook, Tom Wilson and Andrew Olawarby. I hope I'm saying that right. Olawarby. So there, and that is how they line up, and we are seeing good, not a bad turnout here in the Tyne Weir stand here for this early kick-off National League action. Gateshead versus FC Halifax. Can Gateshead come out and ruin this hoodoo that Halifax have over Gateshead? You'll find it all out here. Stick with us, interact, and we'll read out messages when we can. But Mark, I don't want to say a game of revenge, because the FA Trophy was a one-off game. It's done, it's dusted, it's in the memory. It was a nice occasion. But today, I think there's more at stake. This is a chance to get yourself embedded in the playoffs for the festive period.
And would I be right in maybe not overplaying things to say putting pressure on those above as well?
Without a doubt,
because you look at the league table and it's so tight beyond Chesterfield that if Gateshead can get a win today, go into that Christmas period, that double header against York, and obviously next Saturday's trip to Oldham, get something from those 3 games, and then all of a sudden you're going into January and thinking, do you know what, this is really on.
And then you've got Eastleigh making a long trip as well in January, coming all the way up from the south coast.
Not to mention the trophy.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of factors that are going to come into play in the next few weeks. But Gateshead, they feel they're more than up to it, and they're up to the challenge. They're looking at promotion, and why not? That is the aim. And Gateshead have got themselves in with half a chance so far. They need to keep it up and keep the pressure on those in and around the playoffs. But Gateshead have won the toss. They are going to kick off here. They're shooting from right to left, shooting towards the River Tyne, and we'll have Halifax shooting towards the Felon end, and we'll be underway momentarily. But lovely turnout here. Nice bit of noise behind us in the Tyneway stand. But Gateshead looking to embed themselves further in the playoffs. Chadwick stands over the ball, and we are underway. Francis, captain, passes it over to Kent Richardson, the familiar position for him now on the right-hand side of the Gateshead defence. Mamadou Job passes it back to Archie Mayer, who returns to starting the lineup this afternoon. Francis drops deep to collect the ball, but calmly lays it off to Job. And Louis Story, of course, who was in attendance at the talk-in through the week. So he's had an upturn in fortune since coming back into the side. But Gateshead trying to press the ball forward, and the ball just skims off a Halifax player for a throw-in on the far side.
How much of an impact has Kieran Lofthouse made since he's come in, by the way? He's been unbelievable. Just such a good signing.
Yeah, he's effortless at the moment on that right-hand side. But the ball played inside to Callum Whelan. Back to Job. Of course, Rob Elliott keen to extend that loan from Barnsley. Well, referee says there wasn't a foul there. It was looked like a late tackle on Francis, but Gateshead on the attack. The ball deflected in midfield, but they do manage to pick it up, and they can pass it all the way back to Archie Mayer. Didn't panic there, Mamadou Job.
He never does. He never does. He's so relaxed on the ball. He's you look at him, he's got everything to be a top centre back, by the way.
Well, at the moment, we are only 90 seconds into the game, but Gateshead have had the ball bar 2 touches from Halifax.
One of them was a foul.
Job receives the ball. I'm going to play it back to Archie Mayer inside the Gateshead area. Well, I say this every game. I'm sure he grows every week.
We should say that about me.
Chadwick drops deep. Touchdown down, but Booty can pick up the loose ball. Has to turn and lay it back to Job. There's one thing you have to say about Halifax is that they hold their shape really well. They don't like to get pulled out of position, do they?
I think I saw a stat earlier that the 2 goalkeepers today have got the most clean sheets in the league.
Wow.
Which probably tells you everything.
A ball played forward and down the line. Asking a little bit too much of Chadwick and Denanga there, but it goes out for a goal kick.
A very attacking lineup, isn't it, from Gateshead? When you look at Wernan, I mean, Lofthouse is a natural wing back, but you look at Wernan, who's a forward, playing as a left-sided wing back, but has done that job very well.
Sam Johnson, he's quite tall himself as he launches the ball forward. Oh, it's a real powerful kick there. 2/3 of the pitch, he got it up. Ball up in the air, headed clear by Jack Hunter.
Probably 2 tallest keepers in the league, aren't
Yeah, it looks that way as it's been kept in by Summers. Get to win it back though, Whelan. Oh, just dispossessed. Right-hand side of the pitch for Halifax, but Gateshead having to be careful there. Hunter gives away a foul there, and it's a free kick 15 yards inside Gateshead's own half on the touchline on the far side. Well,
nice to see the cameras here again, isn't it?
It is, and I mean, I know we kind of, even Halifax fans kind of joked about the game being picked for television, but it's nice that both of these teams, dare I say, both unfashionable teams, having the lunchtime kickoff.
Well, I mean, the style of football Gateshead play, I think they're becoming more fashionable. Yeah. You know, you see the league tweeting about them a lot, the sponsors tweeting about them a lot, and you know, other outlets.
And the ball goes all the way up towards Lofthouse. Ball bounces over and out for a throw-in to Hartlepool. Halifax, wow. 4 minutes gone, and the commentator doesn't know who's playing. 0-0.
You've only done it twice, don't worry.
Yeah. Third time's a charm. Well, Gateshead. Booty just didn't manage to get their ball. Max Wright brings the ball forward. Got it forward to Cosgrove. Plays it back. Ali. Can he work his way down? Crosses in. Plays it off a Gateshead player and out for a throw near the corner flag.
Yeah, there you go. There's a warning, a little bit there. Just Gateshead just switched off and you looked at the break Halifax went on. That could have been dangerous. Look as if they've got plenty of pace in the final third. That they'll want to expose that Gateshead backline. Well,
we know what Ali can do. He's a bag of tricks. And at the moment, Halifax right-hand side of the pitch. Offside flag goes up, and it is a free kick to Gateshead.
I'm not going to lie, that looked questionable to me.
I didn't look at all offside for me. I would never have even shouted for that. So, but the linesman, he's in line with it.
Very true, Dave.
Supposedly.
Very true.
Paul Hodgson's listening in from work. Thank you very much. As Regan Booty receives the ball from Job. Job quickly plays it to Whelan. Gets a play over the top for the run of Denanga. Johnson comes out and clears it, puts it into touch, and it's a throw in to Gateshead halfway inside the Halifax half. Stephen Wern quickly gives it to Regan Booty. Plays it inside to Francis. Francis Booty across the...
I'll bring it out.
Kenton Richardson. Lofthouse, right-hand side, inside to Richardson. Francis has got space to look up here. Wern's doing the run. Has he been spotted? It's just got a little bit too much on it. Right idea, but defender and goalkeeper had that covered.
Nice idea. Just execution wasn't quite right.
Senior. His ball forward to Ali, who seems... Oh, it isn't Ali, sorry. That's Summers. Ball played forward, but Gateshead can pick up the loose ball. Job calm to Regan Booty. Francis just slows it down. Lays it off to Louis Story. Whelan back to Francis.
It's a shame these Gateshead players look so rushed on the ball, isn't it? All this panicking.
Well,
it's the midfield. I mean, you just look at them and get the ball, and they can have people around them. Just not bothered. Get the ball in such difficult areas, but it just makes them even more dangerous.
Booty just hung up on him there, the ball. At the moment, Gateshead win the ball back through Booty, Story, and Gateshead can build again from the back. As Whelan just comes to receive the ball, lays it off to Richardson. Story to Francis.
I think you look at the two, sort of, I don't call them wide centre-backs almost, but you look at Job and Kenton Richardson, maybe just need to be a little braver here and bring the ball out of play, bring the ball out from the back a bit and just draw Halifax out.
We might say that when the game continues and develops, but Francis gets to Whelan. Nice vision from Booty to drop deep to receive it there into the space, and crossfield ball looking for the run of Lofthouse. Nodded down. Can Chadwick get to the ball? Ali gets in front of him, but doesn't control it now. And it's going to be ricocheted back to Story on the halfway line. Francis picks it up just in the centre circle, pings it forward, first time ball.
He wasn't offside either.
And that would have got through to Wern if it hadn't have been intercepted. But Gateshead pick up the loose ball and try and build again through Whelan. Francis plays the ball through the centre. Oh, lovely held up by Denanga. Puts it out to Stephen Wern, left-hand side of the box. Cuts inside with it. Lovely run from Whelan. Can he get it down to the dead ball line? Has to turn back to goal. Whelan gets the ball back from Wern. In comes the cross. Appeals for handball. Well, you've seen them given, but that one wasn't. But the ball goes out to play for a Gateshead throw from the clearance right in front of the Gateshead dugout. Well,
his hands were against his body, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he's put them in front of his chest, really, hasn't he?
It would have been very harsh. It's not like he dived out to handle it. Not as bad as the was it the Stockport goal through the week? Yeah. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Was it an own goal as well?
I think so. Yeah.
Hand of God in your own goal.
I guess it just need a little bit more movement in the final third here. Just trying to make things happen.
Job inside to Francis. Francis, he's got the run of Lofthouse, but he gives it to Chadwick. Chadwick has spotted Lofthouse and way too close to the goalkeeper and defender. You can't play that ball that close.
Ed Francis is getting a lot of time in midfield and just making things tick over at the moment.
Well, there's a run here from Senior down the right-hand side. Oh, no, Golden, sorry. And, well, way too much on that ball. Out for a goal kick to Gateshead. Been taken short to Job. 10 minutes gone. 0-0. No cast iron chances yet, but Gateshead with a majority of the possession. But Halifax have shown they can try and break, albeit down the channels.
And I think that's their game, isn't it? Just sit in and try and soak up, well, you call it pressure.
Here comes the ball for Wern. He's seen the run. Louis Story, the ball's hung up in the air. The ball's been nodded on, but Job wins the header. Back-headed on by Whelan. And Jordan Keane can clear it, but it's going to come back to Gateshead. Francis, he's got space to carry it forward. Job gets the opportunity to get on the ball, plays it into the centre circle with Story.
It must be a lot windier down there than it is.
Look.
Free kick, surely.
Chadwick tries to get past. Gateshead win the ball now.
Good advantage.
Whelan drives forward. Picks out Wern. Left-hand side of the box. Controls it, puts it back in. Shot off from Booty, and it's going to go out for a corner. Well, Gateshead, they were passing it pretty around the box. Just the shot didn't have the power, but the deflection took it behind.
Yeah, first time they've really tried to move the ball in that area there. I think it was a lovely little move involving Whelan, Wern and Booty. Probably didn't connect as much as he would have liked.
No.
But it was going in. I mean, you could see from where we are, it's nestling in the far corner. I couldn't see which defender it was, but just deflected out wide.
Francis on corner duty today. Takes it short to Wern. Wern back to Francis. Can he? Inside to Whelan, sorry. And, well, a little bit scrappy there, but it's been cleared out by Halifax on the far side. Still level with the box.
It was nice, that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of short corners, but you're one flick away from being in on goal.
Of course, Halifax are a big, strong, physical side. You'd probably see Gateshead on the biggest in that area, so they've got to try and make these corners count. Now, Francis chips it over to Lofthouse. Lofthouse, can he keep it in and pull it back across? He can. Just too much on it, and Wern's going to have to chase to keep this in if he can. He has.
Great clearance, to be fair.
Interesting to see. We're seeing the wind. I don't know if it doesn't feel it. The team sheet is blustering there, but I think it's in fits and starts, the wind. So both teams having to work with that element at the moment. But Gateshead in possession. Louis Story in the centre circle. Plays it across to Job on this near side. Wern back to Job.
Just trying to find an opening here, just being patient.
It's a back five for Halifax at the moment. Gateshead happy to play it all the way back to Archie Mayer, who's outside his area. Story just calmly passes it back, leaving the...
Regan Booty's a ball, by the way.
Yeah, he's in acres of space if it's dinked over, but they're still passing it around.
Just little clever movements, isn't it, from Gateshead when you look at the midfield? They just find a little pockets of space. They just need to expose them.
Well, even Stephen Wern on this left-hand side is showing here for Job, but he plays it back into Archie Mayer. And at the moment, Halifax not getting frustrated by it, staying calm, trying to close the angles. As Gateshead now play it down the line, asking a lot of Denanga. But the clearance wasn't the greatest, but it's going to be held up. I think it's for the grab on the shoulder. Free kick to Halifax. Thompson Summers there. Man fouled.
But 100% sold on that one. Soft.
Well, Tyler Gordon's in acres of space on this right-hand side if anyone spots him, but the ball goes out of play for a throw on the far side.
Yeah, it's brave the way Gateshead are playing. They're almost trying to force Halifax back, even when they're trying to attack. You look at it and think the two wing backs are playing really high and trying to sort of play a game of cat and mouse with the Halifax wing backs.
Well, Ken Richardson makes a point here that there's a few dead patches on the pitch, and there is. I mean, we've had a lot of water in recent times here on Tyneside and snow. There's a lot of fluid went through this pitch, and you can just see in areas where it is a little bit patchy, and maybe it might affect the bounce of the ball. But it's one of those where both teams have got to deal with it. Story. Whelan is in the centre of the pitch, looks to keep the ball moving, puts it to Kenton Richardson, back to Story. They hunt in packs of 2 and 3, Halifax, when they get near the ball, trying to close it down to stop Gateshead from the fast movement. But at the moment, Gateshead, so far, finding a route through, albeit not that further forward up the pitch. Job, back to Archie Mayer. And this will be frustrating, Halifax.
It will, but they don't look as if they are getting frustrated.
Yeah. I'm just hoping for someone to get frustrated and try and chase the ball.
Tinanga's made a great run in behind there. But as he went the run, I think Louis Story's turned away. It would have been a...
Yeah, just as he was doing it. If y'all just join us, we're at the 16th minute. 0-0 at the moment. Gateshead dominating possession. Only one half chance, really, so far. Regan Booty. His shot was deflected wide at the last minute. And we haven't seen that much of a threat from Halifax.
I don't know who it is, but someone's shouting for Gateshead to move the ball quicker. It's someone on the touchline. I don't know if it's Mags. Call Magnay. But there was just a shout there. You could hear it of move it quicker, move it quicker. He says as Archie Mayer stands on it.
Archie Mayer pings the ball over the top, looking for Lofthouse. Headed clear. Kent Richardson will see that out. Throw in just inside the Gateshead half. Quickly taken. Story under pressure from Crossgrove, and ball goes out off Story. It's a case of the pressure paying off for Halifax.
Not a classic so far, Dave.
It hasn't
pretty
been.
much what we expected. I think.
Yeah, it's been. We knew Gateshead have a lot of possession, and Job was a good tackle there, but the ball's been picked up by Crossgrove, and he does another one now. Can Gateshead get on the attack as Booty just overruns it, and Gateshead tried to win the ball back, but now Ali on the far side gets it to Summer. Is he going to pull back?
He's not giving that one either. Wow.
He hasn't. Well, the referee...
He's not giving anything.
He's consistent, we'll give him that, but 2 fouls arguably could have been given, one for either side. Gateshead in possession just on the edge of their own area.
Yeah, I think he's missed 2 there, I've got to be honest. One on Gateshead play, one on Halifax play, but Ali in particular, I'm pretty certain was pulled down there.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it. I was expecting the whistle to go.
Needs some movement. It's very static.
Archie Mayer gives it to Regan Booty. Booty to Francis. Gateshead managed to get the ball through the press up to Lofthouse. He's on the halfway line.
You're right. They have got through the press, but you look at how well they didn't recover, but they've got.
But now they're on the attack. Gateshead as Callum Whelan brings the ball forward. He's got men left and right. Chadwick on the right hand side. He's still going with the ball. It just skims away and put out for a throw on the far side.
Just about to praise them for getting back into system, into shape, and they got done again by Gateshead, which was really promising from a Gateshead point of view.
Well, Kent Richardson's going to take this throw. Chadwick shows for him. So does Whelan. Whelan gets the ball. Gives it to Richardson. Richardson tried to bit of nice feet, but Ali closes him down, and the ball is going to go out for a goal kick. I think Johnson might have thought that was going out for a goal kick there, how fast he ran for it.
An unnecessary sprint, didn't it?
Well, played out short from the back, and Halifax will bring this down the right-hand side. Ali plays it back to Senior. Senior looking to play a ball in the middle. Jack Hunter receives, turns and carries it forward. Sommer dispossessed though from Lofthouse, and Gateshead now can try and get this ball moving a bit quicker through Regan Booty.
He's gone the wrong way.
He's put it behind Stephen Wern. and it went all the way out for a goal kick.
The ball was in the channel between the centre back and the right one, the middle centre back and the right centre back there. Wern's tried to make that running behind, and it just needed to be a better ball.
Just catching Halifax out of shape twice there on the attack, but they've got to be more clinical. Oh, there's a slip there in midfield, and Gateshead kind of capitalise and get the ball as Senior. He has Golden on this far side, who he sees now. And Job
Someone's
just
got to
done
close.
there. Now
Someone's
the cross
got
is
to
going to
close.
come in. Job comes across for the tackle. It's put behind there, and
Bobble.
well,
They've got a bobble. Let's
yeah,
be honest.
put a bobble. I don't think he did enough to put him off because he had plenty of time to put that in. And that was Max Wright, who will not want to see that one again.
No, he's unfortunate though. It's a great run, and he's done everything right until that ball's hit a bobble and made him look a bit silly. But Gateshead, yeah, there's a warning. There's the warning.
Well,
Rob Elliott, Colin Magday, Rob Elliott.
Rob Elliott.
Just having a word there with Stephen Wern. As I said earlier, just playing that game of cat and mouse with the two wing backs, and the mouse won on that occasion.
Well, you see it's a flat back five with the three Gateshead attackers up there. Lofthouse, you can see a four. He's trying to put out onto the right wing, but the ball goes up top now, and it's asking a lot of the Gateshead forward line to try and get that coming in front of the defenders.
Too easy.
But now the drive forward with the ball is Gavlin. Lays it out now.
Too easy.
And now Wright has the ball, lays it off to Golden. Golden pulls it back across, and Gateshead managed to block it and clear the ball. But now Chadwick chasing down, but the ball's been nodded to Senior. Hunter gets it out to Wright. Wright tries to open up down the right-hand side. Runs into trouble, plays it back, and now the ball forward, and just start to see a little bit of Halifax expressing themselves there, but
you say growing confidence.
Yeah, they tried to get the ball moving a bit quicker.
I think Chadwick's got to do a little bit more there, Ball's gone forward, and he hasn't really made a run towards.
Defender had a free run to it, didn't he, just to pick it up? And
he's good one.
Golden.
He wasn't going to.
Foul on Stephen Wern.
I thought stopping a quick free kick and getting in the way was a yellow card now, by the way.
I think it's kind of one of those ones, if a player's pedantic and plays it off the player that's standing there, isn't it? But
get any more movement here. It's gone very static again. It's been really low-key 22 minutes, hasn't it?
Well, Callum Whelan picks out Chadwick. This is better. Look at this. Oh, and the ball to Lofthouse just behind him to the wrong side of his run.
Good ball, that,
Well, Crossgrove chasing there. Story does very well to see it out. Quick throw to Archie Mayer.
Made him run a little bit.
You've got to keep these goalkeepers fit, There's now Francis. Playing that Perlo position.
Yeah, he very much is, isn't he?
Archie Mayer goes looking for Dinanga.
Second
headed
ball.
Clear, nodded on, but it's going to be picked up midfield by Whelan. He's got space and time to carry this forward.
Someone needs to give him something here.
Well, and Richardson gets it back to Francis. Oh, Regan Bootley just caught on his toes, but the ball ricochets and Gator can get back on the attack through Whelan. Lofthouse on the right-hand side. Regan Bootley just didn't get to the ball, but it still falls to a white shirt, and Gator can build again. Francis puts across to Job just inside his own half. Francis back to Job, and
Gator winning every second ball at the moment, which is a real plus, but just, again, very static top end of the pitch.
They certainly are. Well,
don't know if that's a warning sign, Some subs coming out already. Or maybe they're just freezing.
Yeah, it is cold. Both sets of subs coming up to warm up. Whelan, nice touch there to Lofthouse. Did he get it back to Whelan? He didn't, and Summit did very well there. But Gateshead win the ball back. They're picking up this. Oh, and just a little bit of sloppiness.
Foul, yeah.
And there's the foul given on Jack Hunter.
He's not booking him here, is he?
No, he just wanted taken from that very spot.
I thought he was calling Francis back there.
Well,
Come on, ref, we're not here to watch you.
free kick here, 5 yards inside Halifax's half on the left-hand side of the pitch, taken short back to Stott, being brought down by Crossgrove, far side. Halifax looking to try and open up Gateshead as Ali drives forward with the ball, left-hand side, lays it off. Here comes the cross into the box. It's just, it went through there. It looked like the near post was going to be the one, but Halifax still in and around the box. Keane puts it in there. And look like that. There's players going in there and appeals for a penalty. As Story nods the ball clear, only as far as Hunter, who goes for a bit of an audacious one and trickles well wide by about 15 yards. But Gateshead, another shot across the bows.
Yeah, there's warning signs. There really is. Great ball in from, I think it was Galvin, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the left-hand side. Real warning sign there for Gateshead. And just drop the levels a little bit, and we know in this league you'll get punished if that happens.
You could see that cross coming a mile off because he just hung onto that touchline. No one went to him, did it?
That's a foul.
A free kick. Well, either one of the cameraman's assistants is a big Ghostbusters fan, or he's just wearing overalls because he's cold down there on the bench.
Or both.
Archie Mayer picks out Whelan. Whelan runs into Sommer. Sommer does well. Nally is going to drive with his ball forward. He gets past Francis, but his ball forward didn't find a teammate.
That's why Gateshead need to be quicker, when the Halifax attack breaks down, Gateshead need to really get going quick to catch them out of shape. But at the minute, it's not quite happening. It's going to be a struggle to get 600 words out of this game.
Well, we've got our eyes in the announcer's booth, and he said that there was 2 players offside on that last attack. Joe with a nice touch to bring the ball forward. He's going to cut inside. He's still going. Regan Booty gets it out to Wern. Booty gets the ball back. Whelan's in the centre. His ball to Story. Story carries the ball forward. He sees Wern's run, and he's put it the wrong side.
It's not the worst ball, it's going to hold up.
Well, the radar.
That's a corner. That's a corner.
The referees give a goal kick.
We can literally see from where we are.
It did look like it come off his shin.
It's hit his shin as he's rolled out of play.
Wow. Gateshead's radar's just a smidge off at the moment.
Yeah, and I think there's a growing frustration in the technical area as well. Just looking at the conversations going on between Carl Magnay and. The
ball bounces through there. Both Story and Crossgrove beaten in the air by the ball.
Rob Elliott just having a chat there, aren't they?
They are. I'd expect it was about this time in the Rochdale game they made a couple of tweaks. Are they looking to do the same thing again here? As Archie Mayer gives it to Regan Booty, who's dropped deep to get in the action, but it's back with Archie Mayer right on the penalty spot.
Not really sure what Wolf can do at the moment, other than maybe trying to push one of the centre midfielders further forward to support the attack and try and get someone to, dictate the game further up the pitch. At the minute, Stephen Wern's just not in the game, and that's when Gateshead are poorer side for it.
Well, Kent Richardson can bring this ball forward himself. He sees the run of Story, who's on the right-hand side there. Story just marshals the ball. I think he's just holding it up himself.
Again, there's just no movement. It's just, the defence are being made to look as if they're being lazy or just not looking for passes, but there's literally no movement ahead of them.
The ball in now to Regan Booty. The ball was just away from him. Had to slide to get it under control. Gateshead, lovely touch from Whelan, but it just didn't have the legs to get to Lofthouse, and Halifax can get it under control. Keane, if he sees the run of Golden here, he didn't see it. Gateshead having to try and win the ball back as Hunter runs into Francis.
That's good. Good. Now you go swift. Get the movement going.
Whelan looking for the run of Wern there, which wasn't forthcoming at that moment in time. Inside to Chadwick. Chadwick's nice touch to Francis. Nice poke out to Lofthouse. Can he pull it across? Pulls it back to Chadwick. Edge of the area. The tackle. Straight into the gloves of Johnson. And that did look like there was a tackle coming in just after he kicked it there. And he's down in a heap at the moment, Chadwick. Well, Chadwick, of course, had a stint at Halifax. I know there's a few Halifax fans said they would like to have him back. So
Yeah, I mean, he's made the keeper make a save, but it's a routine one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But he's being rushed because, that pressure's coming, you can hear it. But yeah, that was better from Gateshead. Lovely ball out wide to release Lofthouse, and we know what he can do when he gets in those positions.
well, we're into the 30th minute here in the first half, 0-0. Game has opened up a little bit, but not too much. But as I say that, Wern lays it off to Denanga. Denanga gets it back,
Don't think
but
that.
completely under pressure there. And Halifax do very well to usher the ball back to Johnson, whose kick is just held up in the air on the halfway line.
It's really held up, hasn't it?
Job nods it down, didn't pick out a teammate, and the ball comes out here to right, and that's going to bounce out for a throw to Halifax.
Okay.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how that was, but now Goulden on the overlap, puts the ball in deep, nodded clear
Now you go.
Kent Richardson as Lofthouse gets the ball. He can carry this ball forward. Keeps it going inside, though, to Whelan. Whelan wants to keep this ball going forward. Chadwick just caught on his toes, and Keane read that very well. But now Crossgrove's got Goulden on the right-hand side of the box. Goulden edge of the area. He needs support, but he's got a few Gateshead players in front of him who push him into the middle. But now Hunter gives it to Wright. Senior. Oh, lovely defending from Regan Booty, and the ball goes out for a throw to Gateshead.
Brilliant from Job, he hasn't committed to a challenge.
Louis Story's gone down here. Hopefully he's all right. Takes a lot to put the big man down. It's just
the one positive that
pointing towards his knee there.
Gateshead have got here is that they do have a ready-made replacement on the bench in Joe Grayson.
Yeah.
Should mention as well, Louis, 100 appearances for the club.
It is, yeah. It's 101 a day. I'll say not a bad record in that time. A league title and a Wembley appearance. Also to score the winning goal to take it to Wembley as well. Not a bad resume in a Heat shirt, as Louis' Story.
Not at all.
We are into the 32nd minute. There is a break in play here at the moment. Big thank you to everyone that's sending messages. And Gateshead stats are pulling out the stats for someone that was asking a question there about a certain player. They've found that he made his debut in 1977. Have you got any players that you'd like to get the stats from? Anything from our audience? I think I'm going to ask one. I'm going to say, who did Keith Fletcher play his first game against Gateshead, for Gateshead, against, shall I say?
Halifax.
No, I don't know. That's what I'm going to say. I just generally would like to find out. I know his last game was against Winsford, at Winsford.
Right, okay. I just thought you were making it relevant for
No. So we'll find out. Louis Story's trotting over towards the touchline here, so hopefully he's all right. For a second there, I thought he was taking his shirt off there. He's just rubbing his face with his shirt. And he's just going to grab a bit of water before he comes back on.
Didn't Gateshead have the ball? Can't remember now.
Yeah, we did, yeah. It had been poked out by Senior. Archie Mayer put under pressure there. Pardon me, they're just trying to take advantage of the man down there. Of course, he's the marshals it all at the back. It's Louis Story. Okay, to bring it down. Job plays the ball forward, and Keane's there to interrupt and disrupt. Sommer gets it out onto the far side, and Gavlin tries to take it down the dead ball line, holds it back up, lost it for a second, gets it back, and
he's had one. He's had one there.
I thought he had just redeemed himself after letting the ball just run behind him, and then he's just went to kick it, and out it rolled.
Oh. Is there a discussion going on now? It's hard to see through the.
Yeah, they are having a chat. It's, they're looking at the time there themselves. So are they looking to change something? We'll see. One thing we need to know, well, we definitely need to see is the likes of Denanga, Wern, and Chadwick getting the ball to the feet in the final third.
Yeah, the front three. I mean, Denanga's not barely had a touch, has he? I'd love to know his touch count because it must be single figures. but it's not down to him. I mean, he's trying to make runs at times, just not being found. But I'll say it again, Dave, this game's gone exactly the way I thought it would.
Yeah, I had hoped it might have erupted this game. Wishful thinking. Still time, though. Still time. But Denanga, we talk about discipline. He's staying up there. He isn't dropping deep to try and get involved and leaving us empty up top. He's there if needed. But the ball does need to get to him. As the ball gets to Job, comes off Gateshead player, and now Crossgrove. He's got Ali on the far side, but a lot of Gateshead shirts back. Not many committed forward from Halifax.
Getting there slowly, aren't they?
They are now as Thompson Sommer tries a bit of trick. Goes up against Regan Booty, gets past him, gets room for a shot. Curling shot into the back of the net. And he created the room, created the space, and the finish just curled into the back of the net. It's 1-0 to Halifax.
Stunning finish from Thomas Summers. Just got inside Regan Booty a little bit too easy for me, but you can't take anything away from the finish. It is wind assisted, I think we'll say that slightly, but unbelievable finish.
As soon as it left his boots, it looked destined for the back of the net, and Gateshead will have to get themselves back into this game. 33 minutes gone. Gateshead 0, FC Halifax 1.
Really disappointing from Gateshead so far. There's little energy in the game, and they've got to inject it here. These early kickoffs, it can get like this sometimes. You shouldn't really blame the kickoff time, but I'm going to, because there's just not enough energy in the game at the minute. It needs to be more from Gateshead. They need to get themselves going. They need to get the fans going as well, because at the moment it's been a disappointing half an hour.
Well, Gateshead back underway. There is options on the bench if Gateshead wanted to push Stephen Wern inside and have Hannon left wing back. There's certainly options
I
there.
think that's probably the option I would take, if I'm honest.
Well, Regan Booty plays it back to Archie Mayer. Job. Nice touch. So he's fouled there. Free kick in front of the dugout. And I think we might see a little bit more of that disruptive play now from Halifax. They've got something to hold on to.
I mean, you look at the trophy final, and not that Gateshead put loads of pressure on when they went 1-0 down, but you could see Halifax were happy to disrupt, to back themselves defensively.
Great run from Lofthouse. He's carried the ball forward. He's still going. Couldn't poke it through. Lofthouse appeals for it. Referee's not giving anything. Oh no, a ball back to Johnson. The ball's going to get held up in the wind again, but Ali can bring it down. Lovely touch to Thompson Summers. And now they're on the attack. Gets the ball across to right. Crossgrove's just offside. Has to adjust his run. Ball played across and Gateshead intercept. And was that a foul off there? It was. That was a silly one there from Wright. Kick out after the ball had went past.
He could have played on and gone back and done whatever he's doing now, because it looks like it's literally just a word.
Yeah. Don't know if that was audible.
He said kick him in the...
38 minutes gone. Gateshead. There has been a little bit of a stoppage. There's probably about a good 4 or 5 minutes to be added on here. Or 4 minutes, I'd say.
Gateshead just have to start moving the ball quicker. It's really just not happened at the moment.
They need to penetrate, don't they? That's a drive and run, but a lovely touch from Lofthouse. Can he put across in? Pulls it back across. Here's Regan Booty. Oh, deflection goes behind. They threw bodies in front of it, Halifax. But Gateshead did everything right. Oh, certainly Gateshead's best attack of the game. I don't think the keeper was going to get near to that. The deflection really helped him.
It really wasn't.
Short corner. Booty plays it inside. It was a bit of a blind pass and cleared out for a throw in front of the visiting Halifax fans on the far side.
That's what Gateshead do, move the ball quicker. They look like they just get through and be incisive and get through this back line, but they're just not moving it quick enough. It's got to be more of that.
Chadwick gives the ball. Good ball. Through. And now Chadwick gets the ball right hand side, needs to get this into the box. He does. It comes right through. Oh, and Golden from about 2 yards out puts it over the bar. And it's another corner to Gateshead.
Great one from Chadwick. Great ball as well. Stephen Wern's just on the back post. He's got to go in there and really commit and take advantage of what was a wonderful ball in, but much better from Gateshead. Much better.
Well, I think this one might be more of a direct corner here than a short one. In it comes curling wind. Story nods it on and it goes behind for a goal kick. And Johnson gets the ball from the ball boy. I think the ball boys and girls are from Dudson Hill under 10s, I think. If seen on social media.
If Gateshead can press when pass backs are going into Johnson, he doesn't look comfortable on the ball to see it all. I mean, we saw that when he was here.
When he's not under pressure, his kicking's very good. It's powerful, like we've just seen there. He's launched a goal kick, but when it's in play, you just feel. Hang on, he tackled. Free kick to Halifax inside the centre circle. Senior went down. Well, Jack Hunter. A little word with the referee there. Committed a lot of men forward here, Halifax. Now he uses a set piece. They're just on the far end of the centre circle inside the Gateshead half.
It was from. I mean, if Gateshead cleared it, it would be 2v2. But I think they're just starting to get. No, they're still going.
Well, ball put across towards Senior, wins the header. Story's got all the time to clear it, but needs to be picked up by a white shirt. Has been cleared now on the second attempt.
If he can win this.
Denanga, can he get it? Lovely. Yes, lovely touch to Callum Whelan. But Halifax get back in numbers, and the ball forward wasn't the greatest, but we're throwing on level with the corner of the box.
Brilliant from Denanga. First time he's really had to play that hold-up play. Or show that hold-up game of his.
Callum Whelan's first touch, because that ball coming at him at 1,000,000 miles an hour as well. But Francis, under pressure.
He's just bodged him in the back.
Cleared by Halifax. Ali has the ball on the far side. Ball over the top, looking for the run across Grove, but the Story clears it off him. And did you see the spin on the ball there when it landed? It's like a snooker shot.
Oh, well done, Billy Chadwick. There's a ball in the middle.
Oh, there we go. Regan Booty, if he looks, he can keep the ball moving forward. Denanga puts it back. Oh, the ball through from Regan Booty to Stephen Wern. Just slips through everybody and out for a goal kick.
Just need to take something off that, He's trying to really fizz it in. I don't think he needed to. But it's better again. Starting to show some of that intensity and that real thrust in the final sort of third, or at least in Halifax's half.
Well, we do wait for the fourth official. We've got about 3.5 minutes of normal time remaining here in the first half. There will be a little bit of stoppage time added on as Galvin plays it down to Stott. Stott up the line. It's been kept in. Richardson brings it down to Whelan. Ali fouls Whelan. And Gateshead can get themselves in a position to get this ball higher up the pitch, but
probably could have just played on there. There's that lack of movement again.
Yep. Whelan gets it to Story. Job in space, left-hand side.
Needs something.
Stephen Wern on the shoulder of the defender, but the wrong side for a ball to be passed forward.
Yeah, I think I'll maybe look at that change of bringing Hannington on to play as a left wing back and move Stephen Wern where he's more dangerous in that sort of supporting role to Denanga. Because at the moment he's just not in the game.
On the halfway line, Story gives it to Regan Booty.
Or even Connor Panny.
Yeah, Job is involved now. Regan Booty gives it inside to Whelan. Whelan to Story. Story can trot forward a few yards with the ball.
There's just no movement
to Whelan. Out to Job. Oh, Job's ball. It does. It gets through. Wern in the box. He's up against a few men. Can he get the shot off? Gets a shot off deflected corner. Great was blocked there from the Halifax defender. And Wern just pounced on that. It just seemed to creep through, didn't it? Ghosted into the box. Well, Francis is going to take a corner here from our near side on the left-hand side of the pitch. Well, the delivery has to be good. In it comes. And, it's going to be picked up by Wern. The clearance on the edge of the box. Kent Richardson's the furthest man back. He's the one that's going to have to try and pick somebody out as Story gives it back to Regan Booty. Ball over the top looking for Denanga. Keane is there just to pick that up, but the ball's been picked up midfield and no one anticipated Regan Booty winning the ball, and the ball forward was asking a lot of Crossgrove, but Gator can pick it up.
I'll tell you what I would say.
Oh, nice work from Mamadou Job, and he does well to lay it off to Regan Booty. Whelan, if he looks up, can play it through, and that's lovely stuff. Now Story brings the ball forward, plays the ball through for Denanga, and it's just having to. He did very well there, battling with two players, goes out for a goal kick. But yeah, just needs to be more precise in the final third. They're getting into opportunities, but it's not often enough.
It's weight of the pass as well. There's been 5 or 6 occasions now where Gateshead have threatened to get in behind them. And this is something Rob's trying to get them to do, by the way, to break in behind the back line a bit quicker and a bit more incisiveness shown. But the pass just hasn't been quite right. We'll probably put that partly down to the pitch.
Yeah, there is patches. I mean, it's not bald or anything, but there is places where it's worn a little bit more, or weathered more, should we say. As Regan Booty does very well to get at Callum Whelan. The full official does have the ball. There is going to be 4 minutes added in this second half. The ball into the centre. And Story can mop up, pass it back to Archie Mayer. Then 4 minutes have been raised up by the full official. Now ball over the top, looking for Regan Booty. And, well...
There will be a minimum 4 minutes additional time.
Gateshead just trying to force it a little bit too much here.
Don't want to get in danger of being sucked into what Halifax would enjoy. There's ball forward there to Chadwick. Chadwick plays it back to Richardson. Across to Job. Stephen Wern does trot to this side to show, but the ball wasn't on. Richardson, far side for Gateshead, plays the ball over the top, and Stott picks it up, nods it down, but Chadwick picks up the loose ball, and Gateshead can keep this moving in the centre through Francis. Francis looks up, Job is here.
Do you know that would have been a great ball there, but just caught the wind, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We talk about weight of pass, and it would have been perfect there.
Gateshead, patient in their build-up as Regan Booty. Everyone inside the Halifax half as Whelan looks up, sees Lofthouse up against Galvin. Can he get past his man? Plays inside to Denanga. Denanga goes for a shot and turns. It would have to have been something special, but Gateshead get the loose ball. Stephen Wern plays it inside to Story. Wern on the edge of the area. Can he go for a shot? He can, and he just hits it into the ground and skims along the grass and out behind for a goal kick. And we've got about a minute and a half remain here.
I mean, you look at
2.5 minutes. Sorry.
You look at the chances, and Gateshead have had more, but there's been some brilliant defending. What I would say from Halifax, where it's last-minute blocks and brave blocks and deflections over the bar and such like.
Well, Chadwick with a block of his own, out goes for a goal throw in here on this near side.
Hasn't really been involved in the game apart from that one cross, has he, Chadwick?
If you were to put Stephen Wern on the inside, could that be the player you maybe sacrifice?
Oh, without question, I think it would be. Don't foul.
Well, ball flicked on by Wright, brought down by Crosgrove, does very well. And oh my word, how's he give it? He threw himself on the floor. Well,
that's embarrassing.
They've got an opportunity to get the ball in the box here in the dying moment of the first half. Of course, big physical side.
Not exactly committing forwards, although I think this is a case of get through to half time.
Good 5 yards from where it happened as well. Well, Thompson Summer, the goal scorer, stands over the ball. Now puts one towards the far side, and Lofthouse wins the header. Whelan can get it cleared. We're only as far as the Jack Hunter. Thompson Summers is going to line up for a shot again. Is it? No, quickly closed down, but Ali back to Thompson Summers. It's on the edge of the box. Now Galvin, far side, can he get a cross in? Gateshead need to get this ball clear. And we are very close to the end of the allotted time. We've got about 20 seconds remain.
The one thing I would say as well is that Denanga's very, very isolated up front, by the way.
Yeah.
When the ball's going into him, he's looking around for help and he's just got nothing.
Well, this is the last throw of the dice in the first half for Gateshead. As the clock ticks down, referee checks his watch. If it's got to happen, it's got to happen now in the first half.
It's going to be half time, I think.
Yeah. As Story
Just launch it
to Job, and there you go. There is the half-time whistle, and Halifax going 1-0 to the good here at Gateshead International Stadium. National League Vanarama action here, and Gateshead will be looking to get themselves back into it in the second half. But Mark, it just seems to be we need more movement in the final third. You've got to commend Halifax. They hold a very strong back line. They don't get sucked out. They don't move. But Gateshead have to make their run look here.
Very much so, yeah. It just hasn't happened for them at the moment. I mean, they've had chances, but it's been late blocks. It's been, good defending, solid defending from Halifax, as we expect of them. But I think Gateshead at times have been their own worst enemy because the passing just hasn't been quick enough. Again, we should probably put it down to conditions, the pitch. The wind hasn't been easy to get it moving. There has been the crossfield balls we normally see. But again, we'll put that down to the wind. But Gateshead have got to find solutions, and that's what's key second half.
Certainly have. Well, Carl Magny did have a tactics board in his hand there going down. I think we might see a little rejig of the formation in the second half, but we'll let you know when they come out for the second half what is happening. And so we're just going to put out a little interview that we did a while ago on the Heat Army podcast, just so we can get a cup of tea and a tea break. And we'll be back with you very, very soon. Remember as well, like and subscribe. And also, before we go any further forward, let's say another thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, who have renewed their sponsorship of the Heat Army podcast. It's 10 years plus now they've supported us and helped us broadcast the way we are now. So if you'd like to show them a little bit of love on social media, please do. But we will be back in about 10 minutes. Which will be a very big show. And we have another, 1 second, where is it? We have another Heat Army podcast polo t-shirt to give away as well. So we'll be doing that on that show. So everyone involved for that. Right. I'd be amiss if I didn't bring our guest in straight away. I haven't seen him since Wembley. Lovely lad, lovely family as well. Hello, Luke. How are you doing?
Not too bad. Costco for Chadwick, anyone?
Yeah.
Well, you can have him, but no, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, lads, I was talking about the podcast yesterday and at the match, and I was talking to a load of Gateshead fans. And Luke, do you realise how many people realise how good you are at the Gateshead? And amongst the Gateshead fans that give you nothing but compliments yesterday.
Honestly, generally, I'm not even joking. It must be a Gateshead thing because. Just your fan base in general. When I went down to Wembley, obviously I met you, Dave, and I think I met one of the directors there. And
Tony Carter,
it's just up north. It's just northern, isn't it? Just very friendly people, to be honest, especially from your parts. It was really good. But also, I think we bumped into Owen Bailey's parents down there.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Family, and they, were very, very nice people.
Look,
so.
you also like us because we're very nice and we never beat you. It's very nice of us. We just turn up and go on. We're not going to beat you. We're not even score goals past you now. So
Yeah. And again, I think it's a better. Maybe you'll disagree, but it's a better point for you on Monday than it is for us.
I don't
know. Us being at home, you probably expect us to win. Oh no, you don't have to do this, do you? Hang
on, Davey, I've got my pillows for the highlights. I'll just
well, just look. And of course, there's the Shea in all its glory, and obviously, I pressed something.
There it is in all its glory.
That was all the highlights that we had. I didn't download it properly. But
it's a serious question. That one that we had at your place in, I think it was early March. Yeah. Or the one on Saturday, which was actually worse.
One in March.
Yeah, probably that one still. But it wasn't a pretty watch on Saturday, was it? It's not Saturday,
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. As obviously, I was unable to. I had the family. I wasn't able to listen in, so I was following it by Twitter updates. And then at half time, I thought, well, it's 0-0. Obviously, you just fear you're going to lose to a 1-0 at the Shea, like normal. But it was just the case. And then when we went to man down, we have a little group chat on WhatsApp, and I was like, I'm not hopeful here, lads. I said a draw would be a miracle. but with a less expletives. But I think for us to get a draw, I think considering going down to 10 men was a good result for us.
Yeah. I think if you went to 11 men, well, I think it could have gone on until about 9 o'clock at night, and none of it would have scored. It was just so. I don't know what it was. It just felt like we were never going to score. We're lacking something going forward. Of course, I think if Desaruwe was playing, we would have gone on to win. And even at half time, I was thinking we'll come out in the second half and we'll probably go and beat you when Gates are tired, because we know you're usually carrying on from last season better in the first half than the second. But it was just a proper naff game once again. You actually kept the ball very well, but I have to say, going forward, I think we defended well, but Dinanga and Chadwick didn't have a sniff. Don't get me wrong, I'd take them at Halifax any day, but you know what I mean.
I think for us, there was 6 changes as well, because we'll get into it later on when we cover the game on Saturday. The massacre. It wasn't a great game on Saturday, but for us to make that many changes and show a little bit of strength in depth was one of the positives that we can come away with, especially because we've hemorrhaged a few goals this season, even though we've started well. To keep a clean sheet with 10 men, I think was a massive shot in the arm to show that we can keep it tight at the back.
Yeah.
So,
what was your opinion of the referee, Luke?
I'm trying to think now, because I never like to blame the refs, to be honest. I always try and think, well, I think we had a call for a penalty, to be fair, but I know our fans were big. There were a lot of booing coming from our end. I don't know if any of you heard that.
It's one of the questions we've just had there. Luke, what's your thoughts on the boos at full time yesterday?
Pathetic, to be honest. There's something about our fan base is, for us to be supporting Halifax, I think says a lot, which I appreciate to everyone who does support Halifax. Same with you guys with Gates, and I think, anyone could support a Man United or Man City, but there's something just proper toxic about our fan base. We could have been top of the league yesterday, and then we draw 0-0 to you guys, and there'd be boos at full time.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
The margins are so fine because, as you say, just 2 points, you could have been top of the league, and it's nothing really to boo about, really, is it?
No, it's not. It wasn't the fact that the players weren't trying. Yes, you might say we probably could have been a bit more positive going forward and been a bit more direct, but you were just very well organised. I think we have to give you credit. We're just lacking quality, and you can't boo players for lacking quality. It's not their fault to a certain extent, is it? And it's frustrating, but
have you been scoring many goals?
Yeah,
I think they're sending off changed the game, because you weren't getting a kick until we had a man sent off.
Yeah. You weren't. No, we weren't touching the ball. To be fair, it were a tough watch.
I don't think
I asked the linesman to throw another ball on for you so you could have a kick.
Yeah.
We had the poor scores looking like as a linesman on our side where we were, and what a load of crap that bloke was. Jesus.
Yeah.
And the referee gave some very curious decisions both ways, I thought.
But hey, we had no arguments about the sending off. I mean, he could have actually went off in the first half incident. Never mind the second half. So
yeah,
we thought it was just a booking. It was a book. It was a second booking. I will admit that. But
the first booking could have been a sending off, Luke. The one in the first half.
Yeah, I think honestly, though, I wouldn't say we were the better team. Even when we went down to 10 men. I don't think either of us looked like we're going to score. But I thought if it was a team that I'd say they would probably edged it for you guys, which is quite surprising because we're usually very good on home turf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little sorry, Mickey. Mickey, I saw your face in the back of Freddie Armstrong's YouTube video. You looked a bit unhappy at I'm going to have to have a look for that.
It's probably best. It's probably best I don't say because Poppy and Tabitha will be listening, but I'll not say what I said. But it was along the lines of you, silly boy.
Yeah.
Were you a bit upset, Mickey?
Well, I'd seen the first incident, and I thought he was lucky not to get sent off there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I thought myself, if the referees went and if the linesman or someone's gone in and say, I think he might have got that wrong. As soon as hadn't made the next mistake, he was always going to send them off.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, now it gives the likes of Tom Allen a chance to start. So it shows the strength and depth that we've got this season, a bit better than, obviously a lot better than last season. Got another one here. Obviously, there was a debut on Saturday. Joe Grayson had a fantastic game at the back. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Mickey, of course, you were there. How did the settle in at the back?
He done really well. I thought he done excellent. Like I say, for the first half, I think there was 3 shots in the whole game. Was it, Luke?
It was
3 or 4 shots.
I looked at Y Scout yet. Yeah,
and we must have had about 85% possession in that first half.
Yeah, you were. I'm going to admit you were the better team, and I think you were a better Gateshead side than the side we saw last season. I personally think, and like you mentioned, you had players out injured. I know, is it Whelan? Now he's out.
Yeah, Whelan's out for about 10 weeks. We're going to come into that later on, but of course, if you haven't seen on social media, he's got a stage 3 or a category 3, grade 3 tear in the thigh, which can take a while. So hopefully, you don't want to rush him back, but hopefully he doesn't get back. That's the main thing.
Could you hear we're telling you where to shove your Yorkshire puddings?
Oh, it will give it. I like that, because the problem that we've got is because when sides bring less than 5, any stand, they're so far away from each other. It's from where everyone's chanting. It's very hard to give it back and forth, isn't it? Which is part of football and what we love. But for some reason, it was actually kind of working on Saturday. I know we were singing FA Trophy Champions. You'll never sing that. I don't know.
Can I? While I've got you.
Well, they joined us back here. That was when we spoke to Luke Walsh, a Halifax fan, who will be a lot happier at this moment in time than Gateshead fans. So he's on the far side. He's made the trip up here today, and he will be joining us on the Heat Army podcast on Monday night to discuss about this game. And we might live to regret that one with the scoreline the way it is at the moment. But a lot of football still to be played. Gateshead 0, Halifax 1 here at half-time. A sublime finish from Thompson Sommers for the for the opening goal, the only goal so far. And we will be to let you know if any changes in the second half when Gateshead come back out for the second half, as it were. Mark, we sat here, had a little time to digest what happened in the first half, and common consensus, Gateshead need to get that ball moving faster.
Yeah, it just has to be better in all departments, I think. Back to front. I don't think anyone's hit the levels that they're expected to hit. I think Marcus Tenanga's been left exposed to the top end of the pitch, hasn't had enough support in around him. Chadwick, Wern, Lofthouse to an extent haven't really gone the game. The midfield 3 are doing all right. I'll give them credit because they're trying to force it a bit and create space in that middle of the park, but it's just congested. Halifax are swamping Gateshead and really denying them space. The back 3, it's difficult for them because they've probably had more of the ball than anyone else in a Gateshead shirt. But there's just not enough movement up front. There's not enough space being created. So it's, there's a lot of room for improvement, shall we say.
It's just that final link up between the midfield and forward line. That's, I would say, the Greg Ollie position. That's kind of a little bit missing at the moment. A calmer head in that position. We'll see if that changes in the second half, whether it be through new clientele on the pitch, or not clientele, new playing staff on the pitch, or if there's a little bit of a rejig in the formation. And that could be the answer here for Gateshead. But Halifax, they'll be happy with what they've done. They've come here to set out with a purpose. They're not going to create 100 chances, but when they do take a chance, they're going to make the most of it, and that's what they've done so far. But Halifax are the first back out onto the pitch, led by the captain, Sam Johnson. And we await Gateshead to come out for the second half here at Gateshead International Stadium. And 45 minutes National League Vanarama action coming here. And you won't miss a kick with us. And hopefully, from a Gateshead perspective, it is going to be a little bit more positive in the second half. It really has to be, Mark, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it and I think I'm very hesitant to throw the word brave around because it can be taken the wrong way. But I do think Gateshead do need to be a little bit braver on the ball at the back and maybe try and bring it out a little bit more and try and draw out some of this pressure from draw out this disciplined and organised Halifax side. At the moment, they're just happy to sit and wait for Gateshead to waste possession and then hit them on the break. And to be honest, they've done it very well. They've been really effective, and when they have broke, it's looked a threat. It's looked dangerous. But Gateshead, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think there has been a change.
Not as yet.
But I wouldn't be shocked if there's one by the time we get the hour mark.
It definitely has to be a bit more strength and conviction in the decision making in the final third, or not even the final third, in the way they get the ball to the final third.
Yeah, I mean, see, sometimes when you say that, some people may think you're saying go long, but it's getting that ball in, and fizzing it in quicker and trying to get it into Denanga and working off him. And they haven't really done that, apart from maybe one occasion when there was the break from the free kick we spoke about, when he's held it up, he's gone in front of his man, he's played in Callum Whelan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the move just broke down after that. It's the only time they've really played off Denanga, and I think they need to maybe do that a bit more effectively second half.
Well, it looks like Louis Story was the last man out of the dressing room there, and Gateshead was shooting towards the Felon end, and Gateshead shooting towards, Halifax shooting towards the River Tyne. And, well, you're right, Rob Elliott is being interviewed there at half-time for TNT Sport. Not sure if I'm a fan of that concept of half-time interviews with managers. I don't know if you get much from it, really, do you?
Managers aren't exactly going to tell you what they just told their players, are they?
Not really. Ball being cleared. Gateshead pick it up in midfield. Chadwick lays it back to Story. In turn, Story guides it back to Archie Mayer. Kent Richardson tries to play it down the line, and Thompson Summers can bring the ball forward. The goal scorer cuts inside with the ball too easy, lays it off, gets the ball back. Can he get a shot off? It's going to be a very tight angle. He's going to lay it back to Gavlin. Left hand side, puts the cross in, headed clear by Gateshead. Need to pick up the second ball, and Golden goes for a shot, and it wasn't a Golden finish, and wide it went.
No, it really wasn't, was it? He's cut right across that ball and sent it well wide. But early warning sign for Gateshead, this game you can't allow it to get away from you. Because if Halifax get the next goal, then we know what they're like. We know what they can sit in and defend and be disciplined and organised. And it could well be game over if they get the second one.
Thompson Summers has his boots sponsored by No More Nails, because the ball just sticks to him in tight quarters, doesn't it? But Gateshead trying to do their bit as the ball forward to Denanga. Holds the ball up. Whelan picks the ball up off Denanga. Looked like he had been pulled down. Ball across to the far side to Stephen Wern. Just has to backpedal, gets it and collects it. Now, Job plays it inside to Francis. Lovely.
Didn't need to play it. Just turn on the ball.
Well, Gateshead lose the ball, but they pick it back up. Ball through now to Regan Booty, pulls it back across. And Stott had to put it behind there. And Gateshead knocking on the door.
Really good from Jamie Stott, using that experience there. Knew couldn't take any risk with Denanga right behind him. I think, to be honest, Sam Johnson would have collected that quite comfortably.
The keeper had it covered.
But I also understand why he did what he did.
Especially now as well, when we add in the low sun as well behind the goal. Doesn't normally have this effect on a match day. Obviously, earlier kick-off, winter sun. The corner has come in, but it's been going to be picked up by Wern from the clearance. Lays it off to Richardson. Gateshead have the sun in their eyes, attacking towards the Halifax goal at the moment. Lofthouse has the ball. He's got space on the right-hand side. Carries the ball forward in towards the box. Takes it down towards the dead ball. That's a goal!
Penalty!
Surely the referee has given it. He hasn't given it. Well, the shirt was being pulled. How? That is disgusting officiating. I know I'm a Gateshead commentator. Wow. The shirt was being pulled.
Well, if it's not a foul, it's a booking for diving. But it's not a dive because it's been fouled.
Wow. Very contentious decision made there by the officials here at Gateshead Stadium. Gavlin gives the thumbs up to his manager there. I think he's got away with one. Well, a very disgruntled Tyne and Weir stand behind us here. It doesn't change anything at the moment, and Halifax are on the attack as ball's played forward. Crossgrove, can he get it in? It goes behind for a corner. And, well, they can't hang on those decisions that haven't went their way, Gateshead. Halifax have continued to push forward and got a corner at the moment. Right. Lays it off. Thompson-Summers gives it back to Ali. Gets the ball, nearly gets the ball back. Gateshead now got to get this ball moving. The ball over the top now. This referee. Well,
what an idiot.
He knows the cameras are here. Wow. Well, Gateshead could have had the opportunity there to have
2v1.
on the break.
They had a 2v1. Just play on.
He's pulled it back, but it's going to be the first card of the game.
Look, I'm sorry, but referees get told to let the game play. If he plays on, get to the 2v1. If that breaks down or the score, you go back and book.
Yeah.
You go back and book them then when the game breaks down. But Gateshead have got a 2v1 and he's ruined it. So poor. So poor.
Technically, you got to say it's the second bad decision in as many minutes. But we're underway. Ball played. Groan does kick up the loose ball. Back to Job. Story. Back to Job.
Maybe sometimes, things like this help Gateshead. It might fire them, put a bit of fire in the belly and get things going and get that urgency going because, like you say, 2 bad decisions in the space of, 5 minutes, if that. Maybe it'll kickstart things.
Well, we've got to take some positives from that, but the ball forward to find Lofthouse in space is good. Pulls it back across. Lovely touch. Whelan pulls it back. He just couldn't get the power on it. It just lifted it up into the hands of Johnson. But
if you're going to try and dink it over a keeper, you're probably best not picking one that's 6'7".
And from an angle, yeah. But
good build up though.
The positives, though, when we're talking about the referees' decisions, these are they've got themselves into areas where they would, penetrate and hurt Halifax. They're creating the opportunity still.
Yeah, very much so, and it's been exactly the sort of start that Rob Elliott would have wanted from his side.
Well, Francis has the ball. Booty plays it back to Richardson. Now Story. It's on the right-hand side. Whelan to Lofthouse. Lofthouse tries to ping a ball forward. It goes for a gated throw. Carl Magny is not happy with that fourth official. It was the linesman, sorry.
Yeah, I think he's just asking why he's not getting involved.
Francis. Everybody camped out inside the Halifax half, bar Archie Mayer at the moment.
What I will say, I think something Gateshead maybe have to deal with, and it's something they haven't had to deal with in the last few years, barring maybe the National League North promotion season, is they are now a bit of a target.
Yeah,
they are a bit of a target for teams, and when teams come here, they know it's a difficult place to come, so it's seen as a scalp to come here and get the win. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that today, even though Halifax, have got a good record against them. I think it'll be seen as a real boost because they haven't had the best start of the season.
No,
but you look at it and think they'll come here and they'll see it as a major boost.
Well, we're into the 52nd minute. Still Gateshead 0, Halifax 1. If you're joining us, Gateshead turned into a bit of a battle at the moment.
I tell you, with Ali, Milenic Ali, I saw him as a youngster. I mean, he's still not the oldest player, but I saw him as a youngster at South Shields. I thought he had a bit of promise, but he's improved so much over the last few years at Halifax and looks a real talent.
Once he gets into space, much like Thompson-Summers, that they're very dangerous and they're going to run into that space as well and create their own. As the ball nodded on, Lofthouse lovely.
Kicked him.
Now he's pulled it back. Well, he took it in the knee there, did Lofthouse. So side of the thigh. Hopefully he's all right.
There's an argument to say that's a booking, by the way.
Well, took his time to give it. He's up on his feet. Kyron Lofthouse. 53 minutes gone. Whelan gets it short, back to Francis. Gateshead making runs into the box. Ball goes back, though, to Job. Whelan plays it up the line. It's back down the line to Job on the halfway line.
It's all right, just keep the ball.
Archie Mayer. To Story, back to Mayer. I do feel like the Gateshead defence is trying to change it up somewhat with the passing, because not that it was predictable, but you knew they would always try and cover the full back range of the defence, and we're starting to just see it mix up and go the other way to stop defenders trying to have that. Attackers having that maybe a little extra edge to try and close down.
Yeah, good point. I think there looks more urgency on the ball at the back, doesn't there? And trying to move the ball a bit quicker and get this side moving around a bit, because they were happy just to sit when Gateshead were passionate in the first half, and now they're being made to work a bit.
Oh, nice ball to Whelan from Francis. Wern, left-hand side. Needs some support, though, as he tries to drive past Golden on the far side. Gateshead still have it in, though.
There?
Well, offside flag given against Chadwick, and, well, we've had nearly 10 minutes of the first half, Mark. Do you see a change coming as I say that?
I think so. Yeah, I think absolutely.
We've just seen two players warm up on the bench there.
I wouldn't be overly shocked if there was a couple.
Yeah.
Certainly in terms of the, Chadwick for Hannant one, or Panny, or, McBride even. I think that'll be one that will more than likely happen before the hour mark, if not far later than that.
Ball over the top, looking for Wern, intercepted and put out by Senior on the far side.
Good job, got a touch on that because Wern was on his way. Tell you what I will say, now the sun's out a bit.
Yeah,
it's the kits are very similar when you first look. It's there's been a couple of times where I thought it was a Gateshead player.
The white and grey.
Yeah.
It's at a glance, obviously moving fast out there.
Maybe it's just my eyes, Dave.
We talked about the bench and we said how strong it is, but I mean, dare I say, if we had a Jordan Hunter on the bench, I think this game was set up for him. But Wern on the far side,
good driver,
brings it down, lays it off. Chadwick, can he get a finish away? Oh, deflected. Denanga. Oh, he couldn't guide it goalwards. Oh,
got to do better, hasn't he? Got to do better.
Gateshead still carving out opportunities, but as a point I was making just before that one there, the likes of Jordan Hunter, you could see him being quite involved in this one, but the ball's coming right through to Ali, and the bounce, Story did enough just to put him off there. He got in between the defence and the goalkeeper, and Story, well, he saved the day there.
Just got a leg out, didn't it? I don't know if that ball's got, I think there's a sub here coming from Halifax. We talk about Gateshead, but I think there's definitely a sub coming here.
Well, now it's the area. Shot comes off. It's into Crossgrove. He's still got there on the penalty spot. Can he get this shot away? He's in amongst load of players. Gavlin with a poor effort. And Gateshead can now get this ball up the pitch. Job to Story. Richardson. Nice ball through to Whelan. Holds it up while he's being pulled there. Well, the referee still hasn't got his hands are all over him. Now he gives it. And
just take it. Just take it.
There we go. Richardson on the overlap. Holds the ball up well. Gives it back to Whelan. Francis. He's got some targets in and around the area, but Gateshead trying to walk the way through it at the moment.
Chance here,
and Wright brings the ball forward, sprints on the right hand side, Crossgrove's a mile offside,
just
and the
put your flag up. Just put, everyone knows he's offside.
There we go.
Why wait? It's such a ridiculous rule.
Even the player was waiting for it to go up. Is it to say, are you for real?
He was only about 8 yards up.
6.5, Mark. Don't exaggerate.
Yeah, I've told you a million times. Stop exaggerating.
Well, looks like Rob Harker is going to be the man that's coming on shortly, but the game is still underway. The ball hasn't went out. Richardson pings the ball up. Whelan will be offside if he goes for that, but Denanga's going to chase down. Thompson Summers is a man to retrieve it and get it up the pitch.
Good touch.
Francis just does enough to stop that ball going through, but it's played all the way back to Archie May.
I think there's possibly an argument with Joe Grayson as well. I know defensively it's been sound more often than not, but I just think maybe the comfort he's got at bringing the ball out from the back may help unlock this side a bit, give them something else to think about.
It does look as if Cosgrove's the one that is going to make way for Harker. Richardson plays inside to Whelan. Whelan, lovely touch to Lofthouse, but Gavlin does very well. Good defending and holds off Lofthouse, but the ball ricocheted and cleared out.
Brilliant from Lofthouse.
The pressure was good, and it's a throw into Gateshead here on the right-hand side, about 15 yards from the corner flag, but it is going to be Cosgrove coming off for Rob Harker. Like for like here. I think Harker's more of a target man than Cosgrove.
Substitution for FC Halifax Town.
So Dave, I keep looking at see what other scores are, but
there's none. Yeah. None in our league anyway. As Story takes a touch, lays it over to Francis, back to Job on the halfway line. Story will get it just in front of the dugout. 59 minutes gone. Still Gateshead 0, FC Halifax 1. And much like the first half, regimented, strong in their shape, Halifax, but Gateshead trying to break it down. Ball through there. Lofthouse just...
I think the pattern of the game's been set very quickly here, and I think Gateshead have got to seize the initiative, because you look at Halifax, the last 5 minutes or so, they've been sat in their own half with only one forward, which is now obviously...
They seem very content to soak it up, don't they, at the moment?
They do it very well.
Ball over the top towards Dinanga, but Senior heads it clear.
Runners.
Now they're on the attack as Archie Mayer comes out, does very well, clears it. And good communication between Kent Richardson and Archie Mayer there, because they could have got themselves in a tangle.
Archie Mayer's start point was perfect as well.
Yeah.
Edge of his own box. I do think, Ali would be someone that would fit nicely into the side of Gateshead.
He's hard working, isn't he? He's always trying to carve something out on and off the ball. Francis brings it down.
It's foul. He's not going to give it.
Now he has. Wow. The referee's very delayed in these decisions in the second half.
Well, unless Gateshead have got a 2-on-1.
Yeah. No.
He can't get his whistle to his mouth quick enough.
Ball forward there. Nice turn from Regan Booty.
He's asking for something, got nothing there.
Wern's not wanting to commit too far forward on that left-hand flank.
But this is why I think you need to get someone left-hand side and play Wern a little bit more central. Just off Dinanga.
Ken Richardson said, how late are these decisions? Well, they're post-dated. That's what they are.
Just no movement again. It's gone static.
Yeah.
Gateshead needs some energy. I mean, that's why I'm thinking more Luke Hannon. Got a good ball.
Ball across here to Lofthouse. Nods it inside. Dinanga has to chase, but Stott is there to nod it out. That's better. Gateshead have a corner. The throw-in, sorry. Down towards the right-hand side here. Story's shouting for it. He gets it. So we've got 4 players on the right-hand side of the box that haven't busted gut to get into the middle. Story. Richardson.
Good ball.
There. Nice run from Whelan. Whelan pings it across. Is it going to fall to Chadwick? He tries to get it towards Richardson. Cleared out. It's a throw-in. Gateshead took it quickly. Lofthouse. Lays it back. Oh, no. The ball to Whelan. He slipped. I wasn't expecting it back, and it's a throw into Halifax on our right-hand side. And, well, it's kind of summed up Gateshead afternoon so far.
I do think Louis Story missed a bit of a trick there, because the midfield sort of parted for him and would have allowed him to go in. Rob Elliott going down the touchline into the International Stadium. I wonder what that's for.
Oh. It's good luck charm. That's what he's went for. As the ball's come across to Job. Job now to Regan Booty. Plays lovely ball to Wern. Wern can now try and... Stott got across. And the chipped shot there on Johnson. It was going wide.
I'm not sure if it was a shot or an attempted cross. Still half an hour left here for Gateshead, but I do feel change is needed.
Sam Johnson with a fine kick from box to box there. Archie Mayer. Tell you what. On another day,
Well, nobody on the pitch is complaining.
No one on the pitch is complaining, but he went into the back of
Ali, wasn't it?
Ali, who didn't get off the ground. Archie Mayer didn't get to the ball. Fairness to Ali, didn't go down. He could have probably made a meal of it. And the ball forward's poor. Now it's 3-on-4 for Halifax. They're bringing the ball forward, crossing to the box, and Story puts it behind, and Gateshead, well, a little bit sloppy there at the back.
Very sloppy. First time they've been sloppy at the back, though. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, really poor pass. I think Conor McBride might be coming on.
Well, he is going through a warm-up there. See if he is going to get stripped. He's got a bib on top of a coat. He is. Yeah, there's a bib coming off. So
gets that switched off.
Ali, left-hand side of the box, near the corner of it, takes it down towards dead ball line, pulls it back across, comes off Lofthouse's legs and out for a corner, which Lofthouse is a bit aggrieved by, but I don't think he's got much to appeal there.
I don't think he's appealing at the referee. I think he's talking to his teammates, I think, just switching off. Yeah, Gateshead basically, they need Stephen Werner more threatening positions, and he's not in there at the moment. He's stuck out wide, and he's just not in the game at all.
Well, so this is going to be a move from the training ground here. They're all sporadically about here. I think we're going to see runners into the box here from Halifax. In comes Stott towards the back there. Senior, and headed clear by Story. Can Chadwick get there and keep it in? He can. Can we get this ball moving forward, though? Regan Booty to Job. Job to Francis. Francis, if he looks up. Lofthouse was there.
It's got to go.
Lofthouse has the ball now. Looking for the runner. Whelan shows. Plays it back to Richardson. 65 minutes gone.
The switch is on. It's been on for the last 10 minutes. Play it.
Story sees it now. Nice ball out to Wern. Can he drive with this ball and penetrate the box? He cuts inside with the ball.
But then it's crowded.
Francis puts it back out to Regan Booty. Wern.
Blue Story there.
Gateshead just packing the final third here. Chadwick, left-hand side. As you see, it's very congested, but the ball over there, there was nothing there. And Gateshead, well,
just a little lack of imagination in the final third there.
There wasn't even a runner. That's, yeah. Well, we did see Conor McBride removing his coat there before. Whether or not he's actually coming on, we'll let you know when we see. But Gavlin played himself out of trouble. Get to pick up the ball from the clearance though, and Story can.
I'll tell you what, to give Chadwick credit there, when Lofthouse got that ball, he's made a lovely run in between the space between midfield and defence, and he hasn't got it.
Richardson, if he looks up, it's a blind ball up towards Denanga. Francis.
Do you know that this Gateshead side have had a lot of praise recently, but it's just not happening for them today. It's not lack of effort. You know, I think we have seen Gateshead sides in the past that could be accused of that, but this one isn't one of them. It's just a little bit of lack of invention in the final third and just not hitting the levels they normally do.
Well, Chadwick on the ball, gives it to Regan Booty. It's just building on the left-hand side. Joe plays it inside. Booty now, can he? Leaves it to Whelan. Whelan. Oh, there's players there, and Wern just wrong-footed, and the ball trickles past. But now Gateshead can still camped out in the Halifax half. They're not pushing out that much. As I say that, Harker does it.
I think, honestly, if Gateshead can just get one, then I think they'll go on and win the game. But at the minute, they haven't even tested Johnson.
And he's had a very casual afternoon in the Halifax goal. Chadwick back to Story. Allows Halifax just to push up the pitch a little bit at the moment. Nice turn from Wern. Does very well. Lays it back to Regan Booty. Now, Whelan goes for a shot himself. Deflected shot. And cleared, hooked away by Halifax. And Harker does well to get in front of Francis to mop up and get the ball to right on the far side. And Golden screws it off his top of his foot and out for a throw.
Pitch has killed him.
Wern lays it back. Francis tries to pick out a pass there. It's very congested, isn't it? That's the only way you can see the box anytime that there's either a Gateshead player in the way or a Halifax player for that killer ball.
I don't think that pass back was for Francis, you know. Well, holding again.
Ball through. Whelan. He manages to get it to Chadwick. Chadwick. We know he can score the incredible goal, but that one just absolutely flew away from his foot.
To be honest, it nearly went after a throw-in. I think that could well be his last action.
Well, yeah, I think
Joe Grayson coming on?
Could well be. Yeah, are we going to see I don't know. Conor McBride. Full official is grabbing the ball, but I think maybe Halifax that's made the substitution first, are they?
I think both are.
Yeah. But the ball is in play. Wern does win the ball. Just took away from him. It's getting...
That's better.
Chadwick does intercept.
Now
They're
go.
Gated on
Now
the
go.
attack now. Wern puts it out to Regan Booty. Gets past his man. Lovely footwork. Oh, he tries to pull it back across to Wern. Cleared by Halifax. Anywhere will do. Job keeps it. Lovely touch from Job. Plays it down the line.
I don't know how he's done that. Oh, there's an easier ball than that. Yeah, did brilliant there, Job, didn't he? He's had a decent game today, apart from that one pass.
Denanga, he's making runs and trying to pull people all over. The balls just aren't coming through to him.
Oh, you got to be stronger
and
there,
now
Kenton.
it is going to be Ali driving forward of the ball. He's got Harker up there with him. Nathan Sommers there as well, but Ali's going for glory himself and buries it. Little bit of footwork, pulls it between Kent Richardson and Archie Mayer, and it trickles into the smallest gap there was. And Halifax, after soaking up the pressure, have doubled their lead. 2-0.
FC Halifax Town, number 11, Lennox Ali.
Yeah, great finish. Great finish. Drove at Kenton Richardson. It's just, it's been clinical, hasn't it? They've really only had 2 chances at goal and they've scored them both.
Two magnificent solo efforts. I mean, let's put it down, but the runs were there from the teammates to help, pull the defenders where they went. And both goals is the only place it could have went for to go in the back of the net, and it has. But it's a double change here. Grayson is going to be coming on, and he is going to replace Job. Is it Job that's going off on the far side? It is. And Conor McBride is replacing Billy Chadwick. Well, best part of 20 minutes or so here at Gateshead International Stadium for Gateshead to try and claw something out of this game. They trail by 2 goals to 0, with Ali and Thompson Sommer scoring fantastic solo efforts. Well, we're back underway. And Gateshead need a quick reply here if they want to try and get anything out of this game.
And number 23, Billy Chadwick, being replaced by number 21, Conor McBride.
Well, Grayson carries the ball forward, lays it off to Regan Booty.
See there already, Grayson's taking Gateshead 30-40 yards up the pitch.
He's carrying the ball forward now. Can he pick out a pass? Gets it to Conor McBride on the edge of the area. Does very well to hold it up. We need support. There's too many players close to each other here. Gateshead, Regan Booty. Now Conor McBride. Can he get the shot away? Oh, just deflects and hooked clear by Halifax. But they're in very close quarters, Gateshead players in and around the box.
Yeah, I think he's got to get that shot away earlier there. He's maybe give the Halifax player a chance to get the block in. But yeah, better. Just a little bit more intensity being shown.
Well, Francis.
Gateshead got to go for it. There's what? Just under 20
There's
minutes
nothing to
left.
lose now. I mean, got to commit. Well, Gateshead building patiently in midfield as Whelan picks out Richardson. Lofthouse gives it back to Richardson. Oh, poor ball forward from Grayson to try and pick out McBride. And now Halifax, not in the biggest hurry to get the ball forward, but they're going to pass it around themselves in midfield. Ball forward, looking for the run of Harker.
The thing is, they've earned the right to be like that. They've got the lead. They've taken the chances. They've only really had 2, but they've taken them and they've done brilliantly.
Ball over the top though for Denanga. Oh, it's held up in the wind. Something rotten. It was like a paper bag stuck up there, wasn't it? Oh, Wright gets through with the ball, gets it to Ali. Ali drives forward, and foul given away by Whelan. Clumsy, if anything, the tackle. And they have a free kick about 50 yards out. Very central.
Jamie Cook coming on.
Yeah. And a name that'll be familiar to everybody. He scored the goal at Wembley, didn't he? Was it not him? It was, yeah, Mark said. Well, On he comes, and he's going to be replacing, get his first name, Jordan, no, it isn't, Max Wright. So Max Wright leaves the pitch. And then he comes up there. We've got the free kick to be taken. Gordon takes it short to Stott on the left-hand side. Ball forward to Gavlin. Gavlin up against Lofthouse. And he wins a throw-in. And that wind is swirling around. Corner flags are bending over. There's Thompson Sommer. Gives it to Ali. The poor ball. Is it going to be kept in? It isn't. And it's a throw into Gateshead. We've got 15 minutes of normal time remaining here. And if you're just joining us, it is Gateshead 0, Halifax 2. Mamadou Job gets a nice round of applause there. Well, at the moment, we need to see Gateshead drive and penetrate with this ball now.
Some options. Yeah, honestly, I keep saying it, but I do think if Luke Hannon is fit, then I think his energy would be perfect to try and open up this side. Just no movement.
Wow. Whelan lays it back to Grayson. Story in the centre circle. Grayson again plays the ball out to Regan Booty. Plays the ball in turn to Wern. Wern inside. Can Regan Booty get there? Defender does well to arc his body in front of the run. And Halifax just hold the ball up with Ali. Was he fouled? Referee says no and Gateshead on the attack. McBride just didn't have the options. Just really closed down well there. But now Whelan, edge of the area, lays it off to Wern. Wern looks up, tries to pull it back across. Ball's going to be kept in. It's not going to go out. And Gateshead's attack comes to nothing.
It's easy to say from up here, but the defender committed really early to that. So I just wonder if he could have just held up and not played the ball.
Well, we're seeing Gateshead just commit and stay forward at the moment. It's given Halifax the opportunity to break if they want to, but they got back into shape for that ball forward, and Archie Mayer can come across to the left-hand side and pass it to, right-hand side and pass it to Lofthouse. He gets the ball back.
Cannon coming on. He's surprised there's not Chadwick. Can't be Chadwick, can it? Maybe Booty or possibly Whelan.
It looks like it's going to be for I can't see the number. We'll look in the game though, but the ball nearly falls down to a Gateshead player, cleared by Halifax.
It's been that though, hasn't it? Nearly.
Nearly.
It's always
yeah.
nearly.
Ball back to Archie Mayer.
Good
Picks
ball.
out Whelan in the centre. Whelan's little dinked pass to Story. Well, Ali, he's been on the shoulder of every Gateshead player this afternoon. Nearly intercepted the ball. There. Ball over the top. Can Whelan bring this down?
Oh, look at that, man.
Nearly appeals for a back pass there. It'll be very hard. Very harsh. It doesn't look like Louis Story's going to be making way.
Yeah, it'll just have to fall the back on it.
Yeah.
Have his Booty go to left back.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see. Do they go all out and go with three at the back?
Doesn't matter.
As Wern chases it down. Senior gets in front of him though, gets it to Golden. Golden can play it inside, and now Halifax enjoying a bit of possession, passing the ball around. As Thompson Sommer has dropped a bit deeper since the substitutions have been made for Halifax, and a throw in on the far side. As Luke Hannant is going to come on. And Story trots off on the far side. And Luke Hannant goes up. I think you might be right about Regan Booty.
Either he's going to a back three or he's...
Gateshead FC. Leaving the pitch, number 6, Louis Story.
Yeah, possibly.
Replaced by number 19.
I think Whelan will play a bit deeper now. One will play more central.
Francis gets it to Whelan. Lofthouse Ball inside to Denanga, holds it up well. Just the options aren't there for Denanga when he wins the ball. Throw taken to Richardson inside his own half.
Spin.
Whelan.
Options.
Plays the ball forward. Needs more on it if you're going to do something like that. And Halifax can clear. A good tackle there from Regan Booty. But Halifax still in possession. They play the ball forward. Kent Richardson nods it down to Jack Hunter, who nods it down in turn to Cook. Right-hand side of the box goes for a crossfield there. Picked out Golden. It's on the edge of the area. With a trickery. Takes down to the dead ball line. Tries to pull it back across. Deflected, and Wern can play it up the line, but Conor McBride didn't get there. But Wern was off the pitch.
It did look as if he was going to, didn't it?
Beaten to the ball. And the ball forward for Cook. Down towards the dead ball line. Pulls it back across.
Just take a touch.
And it is a throw-in on the far side. And at the moment, Gateshead just good frustrated figures out there at the moment.
Yeah, very much so. Just nothing quite falling for them, nothing quite working. It has been disappointing, hasn't it? Let's be honest, we can't hide from that. And, I think Rob's made positive subs. He's tried to affect the game, but it just hasn't quite come off. Sometimes you get games like that. Said it on Thursday night. Sometimes you get games like this where it just doesn't happen.
Oh, the shot there. A bit of an effort from Ali. Would have been a very spectacular goal if that had came off. But we've got 10 minutes remaining here, plus stoppages. So you're talking 12, 13 minutes of time here. There is time to get something out of the game. But if they're going to do it, they have to do it soon. And
well, it has to happen now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does look as if it is.
Ball over the top, looking for Whelan. It's a lovely. Oh, he had a lot more time there, just couldn't bring it down. But Lofthouse can
good touch.
Get it in there, get it into the centre.
Needs movement again. There's just nothing happening.
Hannon on the far side. Wern, was he fouled?
The
referee hasn't given it. It was a tackle from behind. And now Senior can bring the ball forward. Wern's still down in a heap at the moment. Gavlin bringing the ball forward. Gateshead trying to get some shape back. And now comes a shot from Senior. And he pulls it and drags it wide. And Wern is limping at the moment.
It looked like he kicked through mine.
Well, referee let it go. Subdued Tynan Weir stand here at the moment. Kent Richardson does win the head. Oh,
yeah, it's not the right place to do that.
No, and been dispossessed. And now good opportunity for Halifax. There's Harker on the left-hand side of the box. Well, Lofthouse just did enough to block him there, but Halifax still probing. Ball on the far side. Golden has the ball. Ball over the top. On the far side, brought down well. Hunter on the underlap. Tries to pull it back across. Oh, and goes in on Hannon, wins the ball.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one winner with that one, I think.
Yeah. No nonsense stuff from Jack Hunter. Whelan carrying the ball forward. Just Grayson. Richardson. Down the line. Conor McBride just not going to get there on that. Gets to try and close down the angles, but Halifax play it out there. Very kind of them to throw into Gateshead, quickly taken. And Gateshead looking to build, but ball nearly under hit. Hannon can drive forward. He's got lots of space to run into here. He needs to. Finds Wern. Well, Hannon managed to get away from his man, but the ball wasn't forthcoming after that run.
He's unlucky there, because I think he's made a great run, and I think his man's fallen over.
Nice touch from McBride. Can he get it to another player?
He doesn't give it.
Referee as well.
On.
One of those afternoons, Mark. One of those afternoons where sometimes it goes for you with a referee and decisions, but at the same time, got to make your own chances and take your own chances. And Gateshead just haven't done that today.
No, I don't think anyone at Gateshead shirt can say they've done enough today. It's been disappointing. Good luck for whoever has to pick a man of the match, because it's a tough one today. But I think, I mentioned to Rob Elliott that a few of his players have given something to think about on Tuesday night in that win. He rotated the squad a bit. And I think a few of his players have given something to think about today, but not necessarily in a good way.
Yeah.
Like that, for example.
Well, now they're on the attack. Halifax right-hand side, pulled into the centre. The ball wasn't the greatest. Can Whelan get there just in front? He can. Lovely control. He looked up. There wasn't a run. Gives it back to Kenton Richardson.
I mean, there was a run from Denanga, but he's got 3 men on him. It's too slow. It's too plodding. It's methodical. It's got to be better.
Well, we mentioned about the strength in depth. I mean, the players on the bench now have, the likes of Connor Panny, Grayson, Hannon, McBride. A couple of them have had an opportunity here this afternoon to try and do something. But it's an opportunity for these players to go and knock on the manager's door and say, well, I want an opportunity now. That's what happened on Saturday. Can I do better?
100%. 100%. Yeah, the lads that have played on Tuesday can make that point. That's a good ball.
Apparently, they're looking at Whelan for man of the match.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. As the ball played back across from Halifax as they bring the ball forward. Now, Galvin. And Gateshead now just chasing, trying to get an opportunity and ultimately leaving gaps in the process. Well, an afternoon in front of the TV cameras hasn't been Gateshead's delight this afternoon, as the Olays come out from the Halifax fans on the far side.
That adds to it,
Yeah.
The fact that it's a big chance to show the region, the nation, how good a side this Gateshead side is. And we know it is. We've seen it. We see it week in, week out. But they just haven't shown it today. And that's really, really disappointing.
Well, Ola Robari is stripped and ready to come on here on the touchline. The goal now might make it a little bit touchy for Halifax, but Gateshead have to threaten. Denanga does very well to hold up. Referee gets in the way. Now Gateshead on the attack. Hannon goes for a shot. Oh, he's rattled the woodwork. Everything until the finish. Inches away. But the scoreline stays the same.
You're right, Dave, if that goes in, all of a sudden last, 4 minutes or 3 minutes now, plus whatever injury time, probably 4 or 5 minutes, I think. Gets very nervous.
Yeah. Well, Ola Robari is going to be coming on, and he's going to replace Thompson Summers.
Be replaced by number 22, Andrew Oluwabari.
Oh, it's Ali that's coming off, sorry, and Oluwabari is coming on. Well, dare we say it goes to a 29-year wait now. Grayson wins the header. Whelan brings it down.
I think we should just be pleased they're out the FA Trophy.
Well, Gateshead.
He's done it again. It's every time.
Well, free kick to Gateshead just on the halfway line. Gateshead take it quickly. Lofthouse, he's got one running, but there's blocked the run. Dink over the top towards Denanga. Keeper was panicking for that one there. Made the run as Hannon's kind of get in front of Hunter. Hunter does well to hold him up. Well, Whelan gets in front of his man, wins the ball. Gateshead got to move it quickly and forward.
Yeah, it's got to go forwards there, isn't it?
Well, 90 seconds of normal time remain. And the Halifax fans will enjoy their trip home after this one. And we'll have to see how the afternoon's results go, how it affects Gateshead in the league table come this evening. But Gateshead, do they have another roll of the dice to try and make it a touchy finish? As Lofthouse does very well to get it under control. He needs to pick out somebody in the box. He's still going into the centre, and the options aren't good enough at the moment. They haven't been shown.
How is that not a foul?
Well, Archie Mayer gives it to Kenton Richardson. The
Four
four minutes remaining here. Well, 4 minutes is going to be added on. Whelan tried to do the dummy there. Let it go. Olawabari just holds the ball up. Nothing silly. It's all the way to the back line now of Halifax. They're using the pitch to great effect. Let the ball do the work at the moment. Gateshead are chasing. Spaces are appearing. Galvin skips past, but his ball forward isn't very good. Through into Gateshead. Wow.
Time to award your Dawson Sanderson Gateshead Man of the Match. Today that award goes to number 4, Callum Whelan.
Wow.
It's him, Ed Francis.
So have your attention. His attendance, 1,303.
McBride gets it to
140 away supporters. Thank you, each and every one of you.
away support. Gets a good round of applause there. 1,300 plus here at Gateshead Stadium. Gateshead all ball through. Can McBride get there? He can, but he's took away from goal towards the corner flag, and
to the hard bit.
Well, Golden just there to disrupt and interrupt, but Wigan Booty wins the ball back, puts a cross into the middle. Denanga brings it down. Oh, it just goes, it hits him in the midriff and goes, it just slips away from him. Johnson can just gather it. And well, when it isn't going your way up top, it isn't going your way. And Marcus Denanga has found chances few and far between this afternoon here at Gateshead Stadium.
It's a great ball in from Booty, isn't it? Wonderful ball in.
Well, Grayson being tackled by Cook. The ball goes out for a goal kick.
Again, if that goes in, with two and a half left.
Yeah.
A bit of lost property for you. A pair of glasses have been found in the
referees.
toilet. They're definitely prescription glasses, so they will be needed by the person who's lost them. Available in room 7. Ask the steward where room 7 is, please.
Well, Francis, ball over the top, up towards Conor McBride. Senior's there, reads it well, puts it out of play on the far side.
You notice the wind's gone.
It has, isn't it?
The first ball that's come through, that's actually just...
Regan Booty gets it to Whelan in the centre,
Oh,
lays it off. Francis, was he fouled? The referee says no. Nice start.
That's a foul.
Well, we have a free kick opportunity here with 2 minutes remaining in injury time. It's about 25 yards out, left-hand side of the D.
Could be too little too late, I think, Dave.
Yeah. Whatever time it's going to take this is going to burn out that minute there, the time you've got left. Where's Greg Ollie when you need him? Well, looks like Francis is lining up for this one. Oh, he's doing the Johnny Wilkinson step to the side. Referee, is he? Now we can take it. Ed Francis steps up. Oh, it was a nice curling effort there. Well, we have 60 seconds remaining here at Gateshead International Stadium, and Mark, not a classic. It's lived up to the feared expectation of this fixture for Gateshead, that is. And lessons learned today about...
Well, you would hope.
Yeah.
You would hope, yeah. I mean, there's just something about Halifax, isn't it, that Gateshead just can't figure out. I think that's the top and bottom of it. They've had some bright moments today, but just not enough. there seemed a lack of energy in the first, the sort of first half. We pointed at that several occasions. Hasn't really been increased a lot in the second half. Certainly not enough. Desperately disappointing day all round. And as I say, a missed opportunity with live TV. Decent crowd, such like.
We have 10 seconds remaining now as Halifax are in possession. Lofthouse wins the ball. Ball across now to Regan Booty. Plays it out to Hannant. Hannant back to Booty. Booty now goes for a big crossfield ball, asking a lot of wheeling. And there you go.
Just blow the whistle,
no.
Just let it go.
Well, the TV cameras are pointing towards the Halifax manager at the moment. That's where the plaudits will go this afternoon. But just before the game ends, we'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has tuned in this afternoon. Unfortunately, for a Gator perspective, it wasn't the greatest one. Halifax, hope you've enjoyed your afternoon. If there's any Halifax fans listening in. And there is the full-time whistle. Halifax run out 2-0 winners here at Gateshead International Stadium. Gateshead with a lot of possession, but just unable to break down that Halifax defence when it mattered. And when they did, the woodwork or lacklustre shots were not in Gateshead's favour. But Halifax go on to pick up the 3 points here this afternoon. Mark, absolute pleasure to do the commentary with you again. Thank you very much for joining us. Do join us on Monday evening for our Christmas episode of the Heat Army podcast. Well, at 8 p.m. Mark is going to do a quiz for us as well. And we will have Luke, the Halifax fan, on to talk about this game. Not that I want to talk about the result too much, but we always enjoy speaking to Luke Walsh. Say please like and subscribe. Once again, thank you to our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions, and our partners, Patrick. They help us bring you the live commentary and podcast here. And we'll say we hope that if you go down to Oldham next week, have safe travels, and more importantly, have a lovely Christmas period. And we'll see you again on Boxing Day for the home game with York City. And we'll see you then. And goodbye, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. The next home game for ladies is Sunday,